absolute certainty about how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. Yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Yes.
Do you think that worked?
I do think that works. Matthew and everyone, welcome to Matthew's Heart of Influence. And Matthew, are you ready to have some fun?
Yeah, I am. How about you?
I am definitely ready to have some fun. And these people have cleared their afternoon for the next hour. And I am sure they are ready to have some fun. So shall we introduce them?
Yes.
All right, coming from St. Petersburg, Florida, and I know my co-host will be entering the space in just a moment, kind of flying in like Batman to save the day. He will be here very shortly. Coming from St. Petersburg, Florida, a skilled civil engineer with extensive experience in heavy civil construction, specializing in managing complex challenges related to cash flow, logistics, and workflow management. With financial acumen and talent for building strong relationships, co-founded a client-centered accounting firm helping businesses in construction, retail, SaaS, and nonprofit streamline ops and optimize growth. Let's welcome to the show, Victor Renata.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Victor, who is no longer blurred, we can see you now. Hello, Victor. Welcome to the Heart of Influence.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And Victor, on this show, we share a fun fact. And that fun fact could be a headline fun fact, something that you're proud of, something cool that you've done, because Plato said, play a game with me for an hour and we'll learn more about each other than if we spoke for a year. And so, Victor, what is a fun fact that you would like us to know about you?
I played in a band for many years. We got to play for 98 Rock Fest, which is quite a big show down in Tampa, Florida. So, that was a good time.
Played in a band. And Victor, what kind of music did you like playing in a band?
We played like heavy rock metal music.
Mm-hmm. Heavy rock metal music. So do you have like a favorite heavy rock metal band? Your favorite band?
I have several bands that I do like. I guess it really depends on a genre. What's the band that we've been listening to?
Falling in Reverse.
Falling in Reverse is probably my favorite band right now.
Falling in Reverse. So Marie, does that mean you're a heavy metal rocker too?
I enjoy the music, but unfortunately, I don't play the guitar like Victor
You
does.
don't play in the guitar. Well, Victor, are you ready to rock out today?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Let's rock out next. Coming from New York, New York, a chakra program for personal evolution, yoga for employees, wellness, and business excellence, a dedicated healing arts practitioner helping you discover your inner strength, balance, and harmony for a healthier, happier life, combining Australian sport and fitness experience with her acting, dancing, singing, and filmmaking to support a transformative journey. Let's welcome to the show, Renata Manier. Hello, welcome Renata to Matthew's Heart of Influence. And what is your headline fun fact, Renata, if you would like to unmute so we could hear you?
I apologize. I didn't realize that I was muted. Happy to be here. Hello, everyone. And thank you so much for introduction about me. The fun fact, I mean, you already mentioned that I made short films. About filmmaking. But apart from healing arts, I do love filmmaking, and I made 4 short films that I'm very proud of. So I love putting myself in a different character, and that also allows me to be very empathetic with people I work with, to better understand them and just to get a feeling of who they are.
That is beautiful. And if you could, what is your dream film that you would like to make?
A documentary about healing. So that's that's the combination of what I do currently, but also based on experience in acting, filmmaking. So this is like a big dream, and I'm visualizing it every day, and I already achieved many goals and realized many dreams. So I just know it's the matter of time.
That is beautiful, Renata. Well, hopefully we can make dreams come true in some way on this show. Are you ready to have some fun?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Awesome. Let's go next from St. Petersburg, Florida. Financial accounting, strategic planning for businesses across real estate, construction, and SaaS. 15 plus years in the industry, a strong foundation of time spent at the Big Four, co-founder of a firm serving small and mid-sized enterprises nationwide, promoting growth and financial clarity for clients, recognized for tailored solutions addressing each client's unique challenges and objectives. Let's welcome to the show, Maria Renata.
For having me.
Maria, since you're not as much of a fan as the hard rock, heavy metal rock, what is your fun fact?
My fun fact is that when I was 24, I did a solo trip to Costa Rica for about a 2-week yoga retreat without really knowing the language. It was kind of in the middle of nowhere in Costa Rica, so it was a little bit scary, but it was tons of fun, and it's probably one of the best experiences that I've had so far.
And you said you went or you led?
I went.
You went.
Yes.
Went to a yoga retreat without speaking the language. But I'm just curious what downward dog in Costa Rican language would even sound like. But I'm sure you could get the move just by following everybody else. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, and they did have English yoga teachers, so that was English speaking yoga teachers, so that was helpful.
That was helpful. So I am already feeling some synergy with like Maria and Renata. And so Maria, are you ready to have some fun?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. All right. From Jersey City, New Jersey, previously designed a framework to source people, managing workforces effectively, and optimizing their productivity, now solving the retirement crisis in the US by offering accessibility, easy to maintain, and affordable 401k plans. Partnering with financial advisors, CPAs, HR consultants, benefit brokers, and payroll services providers offering affordable, low-cost retirement plans to businesses. Let's welcome to the show, August Merlot. Mario. August, did I pronounce your name? Is it Mario?
Yeah, Mario's good.
Mary, is it good? That's good or it's correct?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Okay, awesome. Welcome to the show, August. And August, what is your fun fact?
My fun fact is I try as many new things as possible. So I grew up playing soccer, tennis, and then I recently just picked up rugby. Yeah, so I try all sorts of sports, and I just do as much as I can.
Soccer, tennis, rugby. I'm hearing a sports enthusiast. In August, I'm coming to realize like people who are sports enthusiasts also happen to be very good in business because like you're focused, determined to win. So how for you does sports translate into the business world?
I think the competitiveness, like kind of just, trying to race with the peers and looking at the best producers and trying to replicate what they're doing to basically reach their level.
Absolutely. That's what we call around here, August, is mastery. And you definitely sound like a master. So welcome to the Heart of Influence. Matthew kind of surrounds himself with masters. So this is a show of masters in August. Are you ready to have some fun?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's go. From Parsippany, New Jersey, commercial lines insurance professional with degrees in business administration, holds license in health, life, property, casualty insurance with certifications from Harvard, loves playing soccer, skiing, sightseeing, watching his children compete in sports, and spending time with his family. Let's welcome to the show, John Edwards. Hello, John.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Heart of Influence. How are you?
I'm doing well.
And John, what is your fun fact for today?
So fun fact about me. So to date myself, I graduated high school in 1990. So I was in a lip sync. Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Sorry.
Okay. That's all right. I was in a lip sync contest and we did the
A
song.
lip sync contest, did you say?
Lip sync, yes.
A lip sync contest.
So we did the song "The Butt" from the film School Days.
Okay.
And so I had the big balloons in my back pants and I was doing the butt. There was me of like 7 football players because we were on the football team and we won. We had a blast and we had a great party afterwards. So yeah, good times.
John, that has to be probably one of my top 10 fun facts is someone performing the butt song with the balloons and everything. And I might bring that back a little bit later for some fun. I like this butt song with the balloons. I might bring that back. John, is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, John, are you ready to have some fun?
I am.
Awesome. Next up, introducing our co-producer of the show today from New York, New York, founded a French-American certified public accounting firm in New York on the core values of truthfulness, transparency, and serving the public at large, helping business owners achieve their dreams with a few of the startups that he assisted going from lean when he could take charge of their tax accounting and now selling worldwide. He is a man of 3 continents, Africa, Europe, and North America. Let's welcome to his show, Matthew Emlon. Matthew, hello. Welcome to your Heart of Influence. And hold on one second for me, Matt. Okay, sorry about that, Matthew.
No worries.
I think Sean's dealing with some sort of emergency. So I apologize about that. And Matthew, what is your fun fact?
Yeah, thank you, Bella. Thank you for everyone for being here. My fun fact is I'm a soccer player and I play at different level back in France. Lastly, I was a team member in kind of tournament for large consulting firm and accounting firm. And we played together on Sunday. It has been fun for 3 years for me. I was traveling internationally afterward, so I didn't have time to play again. Yeah, but that's my fun fact.
That is a super fun fact. Matthew, there are some, there's soccer seems to be a theme of today. We got like soccer, yoga, heavy metal, but it definitely am picking up the soccer theme for sure. And Matthew, are you ready to have some fun?
Yes, I am. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for being here. We've had a little bit of fun. We've had some introductions. And now we get to play a super fun game of influence because, as I said earlier, Plato said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we spoke for a year. And so we do that here on the Heart of Influence by playing a fun game of influence. And so we have our participants, Victor and Renata. And so Matthew, who are we starting with first?
Victor.
Victor. So Victor, Matthew has voluntold you first. So congratulations. You must be very good friends. But Matthew will be anyone that you want him to be. So Matthew, are you good playing in the role player seat?
Yes.
Okay. So Matthew will be anyone you want him to be. And that you would like to go from hello to yes with, Victor. He can be an ideal client. He can be a philanthropic partner that you would like to go from hello to yes with. This isn't like Wolf of Wall Street meets Boiler Room. This could just be simply Victor for a longer meaning. But Victor, any idea who you would like Matthew to role play in this example of hello to yes? It could be for like your favorite heavy metal band to like play and let you play in the band with them. Whatever meaningful hello to yes.
A real estate developer.
Be like a real estate developer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like a high-end one.
High-end real estate developer.
Okay, so Matthew, are you up for playing a high-end real estate developer?
I am.
All right. Victor, Matthew, take us in.
Hello, this is Matthew speaking.
Hi, this is Victor from Retanico Accounting. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm good, Matthew. The reason why I was contacting you is because I see that you have been developing several properties within the area. And then right now, my firm is looking to partner with a developer that is looking to grow within the city. I know that with construction comes high costs, and you must have partners that are probably looking to receive financials on a monthly basis. Is that something that you are currently having a face with or are being challenged with?
No, I mean we from inception we partner with someone, and we've been working with them for a few years, so we know them very well, and we work together very well as well. So we partner with them for this project, and so far so good. Yeah, no complaint.
And then this partner that you are speaking of, they are managing, I'm assuming, all of your accounting and then sitting down with you to present financials and speak to you about the opportunities that they're seeing maybe on the expenses or how the revenue may be coming in.
They don't do accounting, but they partner with a bookkeeping company based out of Florida, and they've been supporting us in a good way. So we're happy with their services so far. Yeah.
Now, I see that. So This partner that you're working with, so they're all the way in Florida. Don't are you? Is the distance something that you have seen that maybe has caused an issue for you? A lot of our clients, despite the fact that a lot of the work can be done on the computer, do appreciate being able to sit down with us on a monthly base and have an in-person conversation where we can have a more personal environment to present those financials.
Yeah, that's a good one. So that was how we fought until COVID-19 hit. And since COVID-19, everyone is open to Zoom meeting now, and we can remote session with share screen. We can go through the P&L and the balance sheet. And one of the reasons why we're happy with them is it looks like Florida accountants, they are more cost effective than those in New York. And yeah, so those are some of the added benefits.
I know that you're a very busy person, and I don't really want to take much of your time, but I would love to be able to sit down with you because while I understand that the company in Florida is managing all the bookkeeping and the accounting processes, which are straight one-to-one codes that they're following, I would really sit down to discuss how my firm can not only satisfy those accounting and bookkeeping roles, but be able to discuss with you how we can help you leverage your financials and really use them as a gain towards your company and not just one more report, one more task that you have to add onto your monthly, until your, up that you have to add to your monthly to-do list. Are you available this week to sit down and discuss? I'd love to stop by your office.
Yeah, I mean, we're not looking to change at this time, but I can have you meet with one of my coworker, my colleagues, to see how we can add value here. But not next week. Next week, probably in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's perfect. And so
Ring, ring, Matthew, Matthew, I need you. I need you. Great job. Victor, we'll get to the feedbackers in just a moment. But next we have Renata. Renata, who would you like Matthew to be?
That's a good question. And and I was thinking this entire time, and still nothing came to me. Can this be also some personal, like
Absolutely.
yeah?
We've done like getting your kids to eat vegetables or to do your homework. So any meaningful yes that you would like to go from hello to yes on.
So I have a crush in my building. It's my neighbor, and we've met 3 years ago. And I feel like we're both shy, and I feel the connection, but there is nothing like progressing. And
So Renata, am I hearing you would like Matthew to play your neighbor and you'd like to go from hello to yes with like a coffee date? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes. Yes.
Matthew, are you up for playing the neighbor?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am.
Maybe you got a little crush on Renata too. Maybe you've been a little hesitant in asking her out, and she's gonna practice her hello to yes with you. Are you up for this?
Yeah, I am.
All right, Renata, take us in.
Yeah, I think it's first, on blinded, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
You already make me blush.
Yeah, you
So
became
hi.
right. Yeah, hi.
Huh?
Hi,
Hi,
you?
how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
It's interesting because I've been like seeing you almost every day, and then it's been quite a while since I ran into you, and yeah, I just wanted to see how you are. How is the fall treating you so far?
Yes, thank you for asking. So I've been seeing you as well, and I wasn't sure how to go about it, how to say hello. So it's sad that we are on the same floor, and we didn't even get a chance to talk to each other. So I'm glad that you are you come forward, and yeah. So thank you for doing.
My pleasure. And yeah, I also saw that sometimes you're going for a walk, like across the riverside. And I mean, I'm not stalking you or anything. I just saw you walking, and I was thinking that maybe I apologize. I get too too excited. But yeah, I was thinking that maybe we could walk sometime and grab a coffee because I also see that you're drinking coffee while you're walking. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're offering that. So I've been working by myself for a few months, and I'll be more than happy to have a companion and to have someone as beautiful as you, sensitive and shy like me, and I enjoy coffee. So I think it's a yes for me, and I look forward to our work together.
I love it. Sounds great. So when can we make it happen?
Whenever work for you. It looks like you're busier than I am, and whenever you're available, I think we can just coordinate. I can give you my phone number, or you can text me. I think I'm more flexible probably than you because I have my own business and I have my own schedule.
Renata's gonna get herself a date. Great job, Renata. Great job, Matthew. Matthew, is that have you ever been asked out for a walk from a woman before?
No.
Well, congratulations. We got dates happening. Great job, Renata. Great job, Victor. And now we get to the feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. Judges, this is a time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. So it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback for Victor and Renata, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then a little like next step. Is that next step you'd rather go to the dentist and have a root canal than have a longer conversation with Victor or Renata? I don't think there's going to be any root canals today. Maybe a nice walk sounds a little bit better. Maybe a walk and like a cup of coffee would be the next step. Or if you really are looking for some longer time together, maybe you're willing to rent a private room at the Capitol Grill, getting the seafood tower and the nice juicy steak. Unless you're a vegan, of course, and you're maybe looking for salad and French fries, but you're not going to skip out on dessert because you want to have the longest meeting possible. And if that's not enough time, you would be willing to rent a private jet, of course, stop and pick up Matthew because he flew and fly anywhere in the world to have the longest meeting possible with Victor or Renata. So, John, let's kick this off with you. And how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Matthew?
Wow.
So I'm sorry. Your 30 seconds of feedback for Victor.
So Victor, yeah. So I'm in commercial insurance. So what I liked about him is it was very factual and very analytical. So if I'm going to buy from him in real estate, I want those details instead of a lot of the fluff. And then you want me to evaluate Renata as well, or?
Yep. Your 30 seconds of feedback. And what's your next step with Victor? Real quick. What's the next step with Victor?
Let's go to Italy and check out some property.
Let's go to Italy and check out some property. Love it. And then it's your 30 seconds of feedback for Renata.
So Renata, if I was single and in the market, I would love a nice walk, a romantic walk down. I guess it's the French Chantier. That's how you pronounce it. Drinking coffee and stopping at a cafe. So I think her pitch was definitely touchy feeling enough to get me to go. So yeah, great job.
There you go, Renata. Now you know that you can practice. You can actually probably get that yes from your neighbor. So love it, John. And let's go August. August, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Renata and Victor?
So I'll start with Victor, because he went first. So I thought he did a great job. I think Matthew threw a lot of curveballs at him, and he stayed strong. But I don't really know enough about the real estate market to be able to, kind of decipher what he was saying. But I think like a good, like I guess something that you could have done a little bit better is maybe try and figure out like some sort of like a potential pain point that he's got with his current provider, like figuring out like, okay, what do you love about him? What do you think he could do better, to then try and insert yourself there. But other than that, I thought he did a great job of kind of just staying up and then securing that phone call. So that's definitely, the next step that I would do, was still have a conversation with Victor. And then for Renata, I mean, that was a I loved that. I thought it was great. Different experience for sure, but definitely I would definitely go on like a walk with you. Maybe try and like finding out more about them, and like finding a common interest. So starting off with like a walk and some coffee is definitely a good starting point.
Love it. August, Renata, are you appreciating this feedback? Is this giving you some confidence with your neighbor?
Yes, definitely, especially because we have two male judges, and I always feel like, oh, I wish I knew from men's perspective. I don't want to be like, came across as being, I don't know how to even call it, but I want to make it in a nice and fun way, and not being too pushy, but still give him space and respect the boundaries. I mean, he doesn't live on the same floor.
That is super fun. Well, I'm so glad you're getting this feedback. And
but
last
thank
but
you
not,
guys.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you
And
so
last
much.
but not least, let's go, Maria. 30 seconds for your partner there and for Renata, please.
Okay, so I'm a little bit biased, obviously, with Victor, but
Yes.
the one piece of feedback that I would give is maybe because he is a civil engineer, he could get into more of the details as to the value that the firm could provide for a real estate developer, because we understand what is happening on the field, and he might not be getting that type of feedback from his current firm. So that would be my feedback there.
Great job being sensitive there to your man. And how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Renata?
And Renata, you did great. I mean, very, very cute interaction. The only feedback that I would give is maybe just be a little bit more confident in your talking to your neighbor.
Thank you for that, Maria, and judges, and for giving back in the form of feedback. And Matthew, I think my co-host might be joining us. And so I have 3 scenarios for you that you get to choose from. As you know, he's dealing with an emergency. I think he's going to make it back. And so I have 3 scenarios for you that you get to choose from hello to yes on, that Sean, my co-host that you saw in the video, will go from hello to yes on. And so Matthew, option number 1, since John was talking about the butt dance and with the balloons in his butt, of course, you knew I was going to bring that back.
What?
Yes. So,
Matthew, don't pick this.
Well, listen, Matthew. We talk about fun energy opens listening, right? And I think former President Trump has some listening to open in his next campaign, in his next rally. And I think fun energy might open some listening. So option number 1, Matthew, is Sean would have to go from hello to yes with former President Trump to perform the butt dance with the balloons in his butt at the next rally, convincing him that fun energy opens listening and will cause more people to stand on his side and donate to his campaign.
Wait, I have to return to an emergency.
Yes. Now he's trying to return to an emergency, Matthew. So that is option number 1.
Okay.
Option number 2 is I was reading that there is a gentleman by the name of Jeff Green, who is a prominent developer in the South Florida area. So I thought option number 2 is Sean could role play Victor, going from Hello to Yes with Jeff Green to partner with him on a potential real estate development project. So that is option number 2. And then option number 3, as we all know, unfortunately, Hurricane Helene did some damage across our southern states. One of those being Asheville, where Ashton Kutcher lives. So option number 3 is Sean would go from Hello to Yes with Ashton Kutcher to donate $1 million for those who have been affected by Hurricane Helene. And so those are the 3 options I have for you today, Matthew. Is it the butt dance? Is it the real estate development? Or is it hurricane relief? Or something else you would like to come up with, because maybe you have an idea that would be much, much harder for Sean.
Yeah, so let's go for option number 1 of both football, ball dance, whatever you want to call it.
The football butt dance. And so, Matthew, who would you like to play former President Trump?
Let's have Mary to play former President Trump. Yeah.
Marie, are you up for playing former President Trump? And Sean's going to go from Hello to Yes, convincing you that the butt dance would be a great way for fun energy and to raise money for his campaign. Hello, welcome to the show.
This is not in my contract. Okay. So, Marie, are you up for playing former President Trump?
I am.
All right.
Oh my goodness, this is absolutely outrageous. So, yes.
Do you know what the butt dance is? The butt dance, the butt dance. I think
no idea what the butt dance is.
I think Sean should actually have to perform.
Get out of here. Get out of here. So who am I being in convincing former President Trump? So who am I?
Let's go.
How about Matthew?
You can be Matthew.
Perfect. I've got an idea. Okay.
Okay.
So, hello, is President Trump available?
Yes, he is.
Hey, President Trump, this is Matthew. We had a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today. Is it still a good time for you?
It is, but I have 2 minutes.
Awesome. Well, Mr. President, I know you only have 2 minutes at this point. I compress this into 3 minutes. Would it be better reschedule? Because I know how busy you are. I don't know that I can get this all across in 2. And I just want to be integrous with you and not waste your time.
No. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much.
I'll give you the time.
Thank you. So 2 minutes and 45 seconds and counting. I'm clear, Mr. President. And Mr. President, what prompted you to take this call in the first place? Because I do want to speak into your listening. I'm not here to pitch you something. So I know this is about something that sounds completely outlandishly insane. I'm a French-American accountant. What could this all be about? So clearly you have some thoughts that something resonated. And Mr. President, please, what prompted you to accept this conversation?
Well, you know that I love to connect with my audience, and I know that this is something that is pretty popular. So that's what prompted me for this discussion with you.
Awesome. I appreciate that very, very, Mr. President. And my understanding is that you're a stand for America and that you're willing to do anything within the moral ethics and integrity to bring your message across, to connect people so that from things I've heard you share, so you could save America from a party you believe that's doing really bad things. Am I hearing those things correctly, Mr. President?
That is correct.
Awesome. Anything else that I should know before I jump in with a couple of things that might make some sense to you or not?
I just want to, I'm not one for embarrassing myself. So any way that you could help with that respect on this butt dance.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Mr. President, from that place, again, my name is Matthew, and some might call me prim and proper, but I also have a comedic background and extensive training in improv. And I also am working with someone who has created some of the most unique, influential dynamics you've ever seen. This blind person, Sean Callaghy, he's an attorney. He speaks on stage across the world. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. But the point of my story, Mr. President, is right now you're in a virtual dead heat with Vice President Harris. It looks like from 7 different scenarios I see that it's going to come down to Pennsylvania. And there's a couple of other, swing states that are still in play, ones that you could still lose and still take from the vice president. And so what we're proposing isn't just a silly butt dance. We've created 3 different scenarios that I think will be so powerful in how we could raise, and I mean this, $100 million for charity to end homelessness. In case you haven't noticed, I am also a French African American, and there's been some major issues with how you've been framed, I believe, falsely in your relationship with the African American community. I'm also a professional and prim and proper. So what we're proposing, Mr. President, very simply, is a 30-minute conversation, and it can't be 25. We can pack it into 30, where we would demonstrate how we could raise $100 million for charity through you're doing the butt dance, and then pivoting into a virtual I Have a Dream, Martin Luther King energy meets Bono in Pride in the Name of Love dynamic to inspire unity at a level never seen before from your campaign, to purge the concept that you're anything but a stand for unity, opening the listening with a Willy Wonka-like fun energy dynamic. If, Mr. President, this does not make sense to you and you think we've wasted your time, we have already raised $1 million for your campaign that we will happily simply donate appropriately under all campaign financing laws, that we will donate, contribute to your campaign, never to be heard from again. But Mr. President, this will raise $100 million for charity, and we believe, and we have focus groups we work with, could cause 92% likelihood of causing the swing voters of Pennsylvania in particular to go your way, because this is going to come down to thousands of votes, micro percentage points, and we are absolutely certain with the mastery that I possess, Sean Callaghan, I'm blind to possess, that we could bring this forward. And I will have to say it was sourced by this incredibly crazy woman named Bella Verita, who's amazingly funny and influential in her own right. So we would propose a 30-minute meeting with all those stipulations. And Mr. President, how would that resonate with you, sir, or not, to give us those 30 minutes under what feels like for me a cannot lose proposition?
Where do you get your analytics from with the 92%?
Yeah. Well, Sean Callaghan and Callaghan Law have worked with many top jury verdict consulting firms, and we put together 6 different focus groups in Pennsylvania that were blind studies that had no idea what they were there for. And we'll give you an example from Malcolm Gladwell Blank, where he has the Harvard study on racism, which created these absolutely blind, not to use a pun with Sean Callaghan being blind, studies that are impossible that people could have given false answers. And if you understand that test that was done at Harvard, where people are responding and organizing data and information, we will give you all the data analytics behind it for the merits of the survey. And again, if we're lying to you, which of course we're not, number one, you're gonna tell everybody that we're the worst people in the world. And number two, your campaign gets $1 million for 30 minutes, which I think is a pretty good deal.
Okay, let's do it. I'll give you the 30 minutes.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Mr. President. And shall I set that up with your assistant, Tom?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Have a blessed day. We'll see you soon, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oof. Out of roll, out of the fire, what is it, the frying pan into the fire?
That was
Marie sent me. So Marie, thank you so much. You did a great job as the president. And how did I do in that, Marie?
That was really good. I mean, the way that you brought about those statistics just off the top of your head, that was like the selling point.
Oh, thank you. And every word I just said. So obviously I didn't do those statistics. Number one. Number two, I did not prepare for this at all. I had no idea this was coming through.
Yeah, definitely did not, because he would not approve anything with the butt dance. I think you should still perform the butt dance.
Okay, so Bella's going away. Thank you very much, though. Awesome job. But what we share people, I have worked extensively with jury verdict consultants. I have revamped jury verdict consulting processes. So there was a base, though, Marie, and integrity to everything I'm talking about, and how through innovative processes, we could realize how we could create non-integrous influence and how we can create integrous influence, but how we can cause people to see things differently. So that's what it's about. Thank you for that. And Marie, we really appreciate being here today. And on behalf of Matthew, Bella, and myself, how was your time today on the Heart of Influence, Marie?
Oh, it's been amazing. I love the just jumping into things, because it really gets your mind going, right? Like, I'm an accountant, so sometimes you can get very analytical, and conversations like this don't always happen. So it really helped to jog the mind.
Yeah, thank you. And Marie and everybody, I do own a 120 person law firm in addition to doing all the speaking that I do. And we are very logically data driven. But the distinction of marketing and human leadership, management, recruitment all stands on this principle that people make emotional decisions and they justify them logically. So in integrity, we want to have logical, integrous justification for people saying yes. But if we don't move them emotionally, we're never going to get to the integrous yes. So that's the fundamental proposition I discovered 27 years ago, and it's the work of my life, whether it's in a courtroom, whether it's in, giant, personal development events, wherever it is, people must be moved emotionally. Now, with emotional movement, we can obviously manipulate people and hurt them, but integrity-based human influence is where we know the yes makes sense, and we're not concealing any material facts that people want to know. So Marie, that's what I want you to know. And thank you again for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go. Let's go with Marie's partner, Victor. Thank you for thank you for kicking us off into the participant seat, which is not always easy. And how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
Great. It's role playing is obviously very hard for everybody, but very essential in business. Just gets us out of our comfort zone. So it's something that everybody should be doing a little bit more.
Yeah. And Victor, what I would love for you to know, hello, thank you everybody for being here. And again, my apologies for the emergency, is that my fun fact, because I did not give a fun fact, is that Matthew is not only an incredibly brilliant, integrous dude who understands international business and accounting at a super high level, but he's also a beast. Because at the Unblinded Immersion, 10 days ago, I'm blind and I surf in crazy conditions. There was 40 people in our top level program that were down there. And Matthew was only one of 3 other people. One of the others comes from a family of incredible surfers. The other was a lieutenant colonel from the Air Force that is a commercial airline pilot and has flown in combat zones. And this crazy blind dude and Matthew were the only people in volcanic surf in Long Beach Island, New Jersey. So Matthew is also quite a courageous human who finds his way out of his comfort zone in the physical realm and then the mental, emotional, intellectual realm. So Victor, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you, Victor. And let's go. Renata, who was also in the participant seat. Matthew got to play her neighbor that she went from hello to yes with for a coffee date. that was a fun role play that Matthew had to step into. And Renata, how was your time with us on Matthew's Heart of Influence?
It was great. I mean, I didn't expect that it would turn out to be fun and that I would have a general rehearsal before meeting my neighbor again. So no, that was great. I think it's a wonderful space that you're creating for strangers to show up and just get to know one another and feel like and have a great time. So I really value this. Thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful, Rana. Thank you so much. And best of luck with the neighbor.
Yes. Let's go. August, thank you for being here on Matthew's Heart of Influence. And how was your time today?
It's good. It's my second time on here. It's always a good time to be on here, and it's always very impressive to watch Sean do the role play. Always good takeaways from that. And also just kind of like learning about other people's businesses and how they do but with role play. So
yeah. Thank you, brother. And thanks for being here. For everybody, we're always looking to do is create a truly irresistible offer, like cannot be resisted. And as we develop that muscle, it's not a sales gimmick, but it's an integrity thing. Like why would Donald Trump say no to that? And if we truly believe in what we're doing, I often say to people, hey, if I've wasted your time, for important meetings, I'll make a $25,000 donation. And you go, well, I don't have the resources to do that. I get it, but I'll create dynamics that made sense to me all the way along the continuum. Like, hey, if I waste time, I'll buy you dinner at the Capitol Grill for your family and just send you. So I'll put myself out there with that degree of certainty and back it up because I know we're gonna have a really valuable conversation. And it's amazing when we deliver that certainty and we have people clear they can't lose, how easy they say yes. And then we get to the integrity yeses.
Love it. Thank you for that. Thank you, August. And John, I know this was your second time as well. And how was this round of the Heart of Influence for you?
No, it's great. It puts you in a situation where you kind of have to divulge something you would never do at a normal networking event, like cheese and wine event. Hey, pass the cheese, drink the wine. You get surface level, but I don't think I've ever told anyone about my lip syncing adventure. But it's a great just to be able to open up and people really see you for who you are. So yeah, thank you.
Congratulations, bro. And what a powerful distinction to take away, because we do discuss the 3 levels of rapport: surface rapport, real rapport, and then emotional rapport. And it's only from a place of emotional rapport where all the filters are virtually eliminated and our communication's getting through. Because remember, communication is a filter process. Charles Schultz in Peanuts said that what did Charlie Brown's teacher say? What did the parents say? All the adults say? They said,
kind of like what you sound like some of the time to
to
me.
you.
Wah,
Yes.
wah, wah,
Yes.
wah, 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 wah.
Or
yes,
vice,
just to me.
or vice versa.
Yes.
So wah, 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 true, right? When we have rapport breaking down, when we get scared. So when you get scared, I sound wah, 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 wah.
Yes.
When I get scared, you sound wah, 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 wah.
Yes.
And that's what Charles Schultz in Peanuts was saying, that parents, adults typically sound like the children. But what we could extend that to is all communication between people. As soon as yes becomes at stake, people get afraid. And then all of a sudden, filters rise. So how do we continuously, the work, and we have mechanisms and dynamics for this, how do we continuously remove an individual dynamics, courtroom dynamics, public speaking stage dynamics, marketing, selling, management, leadership, recruiting? How do we remove the filters so the truth gets through? So much of marketing is built on how do we trick people, but instead it's how do we integriously cause safety and then bring truth forward. So thank you for being back and seeing it. So
awesome. And that takes us to Matthew. Matthew, great job in bringing this extraordinary group of individuals together today. And Matthew, your final on your Heart of Influence.
Yeah, outstanding. So I've been involved with, Sean has been coaching me for almost 2 years now. And I've been running this show with you for a few months. And I think that's one of my best because I'm learning.
Yes.
I'm learning. I haven't heard everything that Sean just shared with us. I haven't heard those stories before, and I thought I learned everything. And I've been asking myself, next immersion, am I supposed to be going? Do I have to learn something new? Or is it going to be a waste of my time? So in less than 5 minutes, I mean, he shared a lot, and I'm amazed. So it's very outstanding. And I've been impressed by how he showed up as President Trump. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of amazing how he can. I don't know if it has to do with improv skill. I don't think it has to do with improv. But I mean, a kind of learning and being more masterful. So thank you for sharing, and thank you for the passion. You can know, you may not be able to share and to convey your passion. So someone who is passionate and who wants to grow, he helps you grow. So thank you for being who you are.
Yeah, thank you. And final, thank you, Matthew. Really wonderful job. The most important value you can assuredly take away today is to connect with each other.
Yeah.
Like that's an assured value, right? New relationships create value, but we have other assured values that are here today. Our ebook, you want to truly understand what we're talking about here today, the 4 steps, 12 indispensable moments, 4 energies of group influence, that our work has been favorably compared to all work in the space of influence, period. And that book takes you through the entire mechanism and formula in a group dynamic, and it's your ebook for free because Matthew brought you here today. In addition, this Wednesday morning, you can meet other cool people and learn more. That's there for you. Nothing is offered as a sale there at all. October 22nd, we have a powerful webinar that you're invited to called Mastering Men, Women, and Money, with what I will argue is the greatest relationship coach in the world, who will begin by telling you that relationships are a myth and a fiction. Interesting. And then we'll go from there. And final is we have a business acceleration session. If you haven't had one yet, that session, here's my guarantee. I will pay for you and your family to go to Capitol Grill dinner if you come to that session and you do not receive far more value than was worth your time and see things you're like, oh my God, like that's crazy. So that's there for you as well. And if any of that resonates, fantastic. If not, we just really thank you for being here. And Bella, your final thought.
Oh, I echo everything that Sean said. Definitely connect with each other. That's what you came for. I actually sat in the seat of Renata and Victor about 4 years ago, and I was sharing on our deep practice this morning is I came here to prove. I knew more than Sean. I could teach Sean some things, and that I was going to be better at it. And when we go from proving to receiving, and now stepping into the space of receiving the formula, then there's nothing to prove, and we can actually then go zone act based on what we receive. So I, with you, Matthew, received quite a bit today. So take that with what you will. Definitely download that guide, and you'll receive more on that business acceleration session as well. So definitely take us up on that. And Sean, back to you.
Yeah. Final, I end every show by saying this. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Matthew, and definitely connect with Matthew, and we'll connect up together. And I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain as to the possibilities for acceleration that sit in front of all of us. At some level, Bella, Matthew, everyone, at some level, with those possibilities sitting right here, we are all blind
and just learning to see.